From underground lyricist to global dancehall icon, Aidonia has built an empire that spans 2 decades, and in 2025, he's celebrating like a legend. With explosive shows, emotional milestones, and a musical reign that's still growing stronger, this is the untold story of the man behind the mic. We're diving deep into Aidonia's net worth, family life, controversies, and legacy. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. Don't just watch. Be part of dancehall history. Smash that like button, subscribe for the real stories behind the legends, and let's uncover the empire Aidonia built. Just days ago, Aidonia tore down the UBS Arena in New York with a 20th anniversary show that reminded the world why he's one of dancehall's most feared and respected voices. Joined by heavyweights like Sizzla, Mavado, Shenseea, Govana, and Jada Kingdom, the show was a full house, a bold celebration of legacy, loyalty, and lyrical power. And that was just the beginning. Born Sheldon Itana. Ricardo Lawrence on April 6, 1981, Aidonia was raised in Kingston, Jamaica, under the watchful eyes of a mother who taught in the classroom and a father who once served in the army. The second of 4 siblings, young Sheldon grew up in a household built on discipline, hard work, and a deep respect for education, but his soul beat to a different drum. The name Aidonia came naturally, pulled from his middle name Itana and Donia, a nickname he earned while dominating the football field. But while the ball gave him status, it was music that gave him purpose. He attended Mona Heights Primary, then Meadowbrook High, where his passion for music first ignited. It wasn't a classroom that changed his life, it was a VHS tape. One fateful day, young Sheldon watched Sting 1993, the explosive lyrical clash between Beenie Man and his idol, Bounty Killer. In that moment, a DJ was born. Sheldon started reenacting the clash for classmates, memorizing every line, then remixing them with his own. What began as mimicry turned into mastery. He formed a crew with friends called JAG, Jah A Guide, later known as JOP, and began writing and clashing full-time. But as his lyrical skills grew, so did his defiance. Aidonia developed a reputation for being rude and rebellious. Eventually, his behavior led to expulsion. His mother, deeply concerned he was headed down the wrong path, made a tough call. She sent him to the United States to live with his father. In the U.S., Aidonia worked at FedEx, but music never left his heart. Between shifts, he was writing lyrics, recording demos, and diving into the underground dancehall circuit in New York. He frequently traveled back to Jamaica, still determined to keep his name circulating in the local scene. Then came a major break. In October 2003, he met Mr. G, then known as Goofy, and recorded his first official single, Many a Dim, on the Young Blood label. That opened doors. Shortly after, Aidonia connected with Rod Pinnock of Horizon Entertainment and started performing at Battle Thursdays, a weekly proving ground for rising DJs. His raw talent couldn't be ignored. And in late 2004, his destiny took shape. Renowned producer Cordell "Scatta" Burrell invited Aidonia to his studio. 2 months later, they dropped Lolly, a breakout hit on Scatta's Irish dance rhythm. The track caught fire and was featured on VP Records' Strictly the Best Volume 33 and putting Aidonia's name as a dancehall icon. His rise didn't go unnoticed. Bounty Killer, the same man who had once inspired him, brought him into the legendary Alliance, a powerhouse crew that also included Mavado, Busy Signal, and Vybz Kartel. Aidonia, the student of war, had joined the front line. After breaking out with Lolly, Aidonia wasted no time. His rapid-fire flow, gritty lyrics, and militant stage presence made him one of the most feared new voices in dancehall. In a space dominated by giants, Aidonia didn't just fit in, he carved out his own lane. Still riding the wave of Lolly, he continued working with producers like Scada, Don Corleone, and Stephen Die Genius McGregor, dropping hardcore tracks like Feedy Jockey, Evil Head, and 100 Stab. His lyrics were raw, his delivery ruthless, and his fans couldn't get enough. But Aidonia wasn't satisfied with being just another artist. He wanted to build a movement. JOP, or Jag 1 Productions, became more than a crew, it was a brand. He nurtured young talent like Govana, formerly Diablo, Shock Rhyme, Jades, Tanso, and Size 10. Together they launched collaborative hits like All 14 and Run Road, cementing JOP as a force in dancehall. Between 2007 and 2012, Aidonia released a flurry of street anthems. Songs like Jackhammer, Banga, Tip Pon You Toe, and Pondui Kaki dominated parties, clubs, and mixtapes. He was one of the few artists who could deliver explicit dancehall bangers and dark, war-ready diss tracks with equal skill. In 2013, Aidonia took a more refined approach. He started showing lyrical growth, experimenting with melody, and balancing the raw with the reflective. Tracks like Yeah Yeah, Feedy Gyal Dem, and New Boring Gyal proved he could make hits without losing his edge. By the time he dropped his That's a Trap mixtape on his birthday in April 2020, fans saw a fully evolved Aidonia, still grimy, still lyrical, but now strategic. The 17-track project mixed street bravado with trap influences and showed he had his ear on the pulse of modern music. Aidonia wasn't just surviving in dancehall, he was innovating, and unlike many, he brought his team with him. As of 2025, Aidonia's net worth is estimated between 1.5 to 2 million USD, a testament to his enduring presence in the dancehall scene, bolstered by album sales, international tours, brand endorsements, and savvy business ventures. Beyond the stage, Aidonia has cultivated a lifestyle that mirrors his artistic persona, disciplined, stylish, and impactful. Residing in a spacious Kingston estate, Aidonia offers glimpses into his home life through social media. His property boasts a lush backyard with fruit trees like ackee, mango, and pink grapefruit, as well as herbs such as mint and rosemary. He has plans for a koi pond and lounging area, reflecting his appreciation for nature and tranquility. The home also features an outdoor veranda, grilling area, and a private swimming pool. The estate reportedly includes pit bull guard dogs named Tyson. Aidonia's car collection has included top-tier Mercedes-Benz performance SUVs. In 2018, he debuted a Mercedes-AMG GLE 63S Coupe, white, one of the first of its kind in Jamaica, with a U.S. base price around $112,000 US. He later owned a large Mercedes-AMG GLS 63S, also white, described as a one-in-the-island high-performance SUV. In 2013, Aidonia and his longtime partner, Kimberly Megan, welcomed their first child, Khalif Lawrence. The couple, known for keeping their love life relatively private, tied the knot in September 2016, solidifying their bond as both partners and parents. But in late 2022, heartbreak struck. Their beloved son, Khalif, tragically passed away at just 9 years old after a quiet battle with cancer. Aidonia and Kimberly kept the illness private, shielding their child from the spotlight. When news of his death broke, it shook the entire dancehall fraternity. Artists like Bounty Killer, Pop Cayenne, and even Rivals paid tribute. Following the tragedy, Aidonia took time away from music, but in 2023 he returned with tracks like Faith and Psalm 35, using music as both therapy and tribute. His lyrics became more introspective, spiritual even, as fans watched him evolve from dancehall icon to grieving father and deeper lyricist. Then came a blessing. December 18th, 2023. Aidonia and Kimberly quietly welcomed their baby boy Kenzo. They shared the news with grace and gratitude, keeping his name and face mostly out of the public eye. For Aidonia, it was a full-circle moment, proof that life, though cruel, can also be redemptive. Since then, he's been more grounded than ever. Kimberly, once a regular figure in the dancehall scene, has stepped back into quiet motherhood, and the two have chosen peace over publicity. Aidonia continues to share subtle moments of family life through lyrics and limited interviews, letting the music tell the story of healing, fatherhood, and hope after loss. Throughout his career, Aidonia has found himself in the middle of several lyrical rivalries, some public, others more subtle. Among the earliest was his lyrical clash with Busy Signal in the mid-2000s, sparked by competitive jabs traded in songs and stage shows. It was a high-energy war that showcased Aidonia's raw, rapid-fire delivery. But perhaps the most talked-about rivalry is the one that never fully ignited, his tension with Vybz Kartel. During a recent interview on The Fix, Aidonia admitted that had Kartel responded to his diss track from back in the day, it might have elevated his own profile further. He said, quote, "If Kartel did answer, it would have been different. Me career would have take off even faster." More recently, Aidonia was seen trading subliminal shots with Masicka during the early 2000s, especially when both artists were rising rapidly. Though never turning into a full-on clash, fans constantly compared their pen games, flows, and dominance in the space. Beyond lyrical feuds, Aidonia has faced criticism from fans and media for being inconsistent, often taking long breaks from releasing music. The delays in putting out a full studio album were seen by some as lost momentum. But those close to the scene say it was all part of a calculated approach, balancing family, business, and branding. Rumors of fallout within the JOP Jag1 Productions camp have also surfaced over the years. Some speculated tension among crew members like Govana and Jades. Yet despite the whispers, Aidonia managed to keep his core team intact and mostly free from public drama. True to his persona, Aidonia has always stayed away from scandalous headlines. While he doesn't court controversy like some of his peers, when provoked, he's never afraid to fire back with lethal bars, making him one of dancehall's most respected but reserved warriors. Beyond lyrical feuds, Aidonia has faced criticism from fans and media for being inconsistent, often taking long breaks from releasing music. The delays in putting out a full studio album were seen by some as lost momentum. But those close to the scene say it was all part of a calculated approach, balancing family, business, and branding. Rumors of fallout within the JOP Jag1 Productions camp have also surfaced over the years. Some speculated tension among crew members like Govana and Jades. Yet despite the whispers, Aidonia managed to keep his core team intact and mostly free from public drama. True to his persona, Aidonia has always stayed away from scandalous headlines. While he doesn't court controversy like some of his peers, when provoked, he's never afraid to fire back with lethal bars, making him one of dancehall's most respected but reserved warriors. Aidonia's legacy in dancehall is stamped with consistency, lyrical dominance, and authenticity. From his early clashes at Meadowbrook High to topping charts with bangers like Yeah Yeah, Fidi Jockey, and Banga, he proved that real bars never fade. Known for cultivating a unique sound, he was instrumental in shaping the hardcore dancehall wave of the late 2000s, balancing gritty street anthems with party smashers. His role in pushing Govana and other JOP members into the spotlight showed that Aidonia wasn't just about solo shine, he believed in building a movement. Even while others raced to trend, he stuck to quality over quantity, and that's why his catalog still hits hard. Despite rivalries and brief feuds with the likes of Vybz Kartel, Masicka, and Busy Signal, Aidonia's reputation as a lyrical tactician and respected general has remained solid. In terms of lifestyle and family life, he's always projected balance between flashy success and deep-rooted values. That duality is what's made fans connect to him for 2 decades. Aidonia isn't just a dancehall artist, he's a blueprint for long-term relevance. And in 2025, his legacy is secure as one of the most respected names in the genre. Now we want to hear from you. What's your favorite Aidonia track of all time? Drop it in the comments and tell us what you think about his impact on dancehall. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss another dancehall exclusive. More legends, more stories, more truth.